Let's talk about Yashahime updates and more theories. Theories I posted about that have been confirmed so far as information was slowly being released. You guys can pause this video if you'd like. So if you guys had these theories in mind as well, you are also correct. The new characters from the voice list for episode 1 are Munehisa. From the summary, we know he's the one that tells Toa the story of Roothead that takes place over 10 years ago. Kinu, Gyokuto, and Lord. I'm assuming the Lord of the Mansion. In Japanese history, Kinu is Golden Bird and Gyokuto is Jewel Rabbit, Moon Rabbit, or Jade Rabbit. Let's expand on the theories I previously talked about. So we don't know the origins of the pearls yet, on who created them or where they came from. So it can be speculated it may or may not be Hosenki or his son. As his son said, Hosenki used all the jewels before he passed away, but there can always be secrets we don't know about. It's happened before in the series. It may be another oyster demon or someone else entirely. We know there are people who have made fake jewels like Izumo. Kinu and Gyokuto may have something to do with the origins of the pearls. Since the name Gyokuto is Jewel Rabbit, as you know, I joked about Toa looking like the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland before the summary even came out. You know, Tunnel of Ages, Rabbit Tree Tunnels. The English title of the first Inuyasha episode seemed to reference Alice in Wonderland, so this is just getting ironic to me. Remember, Sango means coral, Kohaku means amber, Hisui means jade. Would be interesting if they had a connection with the pearls because of their names, or if Hisui's prayer beads had a pearl. That's all silly to say, but hey, doesn't hurt to have an idea. The pearls can also be related to the seven treasures. Shippo, or the seven treasures, as in the Buddhist scriptures, refers to gold, silver, lapis lazuli, crystal, agate, red coral, and carnelian. But when it comes to Shippo, I know it's referenced because of his 7 changes and tricks because of the Inuyasha feudal fairy tale for the PS1. I always thought that was cute. There's also new merch, and once again, the character colors totally make me think of the pearls. I've been wondering if the forest fire will affect the sacred tree as well. We can also speculate a possible return of Roothead, a third return. Since it's such a big demon, it's possible it could regenerate. What I've been wondering is how will they purify the demon corpse for the corpse shop? At least, if it is necessary for them to do so. In episode 59, remember how the ninja Serena and Suzuna stole Sango's weapons? Sango said that the parts needed to be purified. I'm hoping that they use this in Yashahime as a way to show Maroha purifying the parts for the corpse body shop, or even putting sutras where they are held in the shop. Maybe even Jubei did the same techniques at some point. I also wonder if Jubei was an ex-Demon Slayer himself. I like the idea of him or someone affiliated with the shop was an ex-Demon Slayer. Koga's sword looks like Maroha's sword. It's unlikely they are the same sword, but hey, it's an idea. Toa means eternity, and Setsuna's name means moment. This may be reference to Sesshomaru and Rin, from episode 162, Forever with Lord Sesshomaru. In this episode, Rin's mortality is brought up. Sesshomaru can live for hundreds of years, while to humans can feel like an eternity. Rin is a moment in Sesshomaru's life that can seem like an eternity. We had a short, 15-second trailer that included zoom-in of the promo picture that said Change Future. They are referencing their names. Toa, Eternity, Setsuna, Moment, Moroha, Double Edge. Wish for eternity, live in the moment, a double-edged bloodline. Traverse the past and present, change the future. As I speculated previously, it's possible that Toa may be captured like Kagome was in the first episode because of being a demon or her attire, being speculated as not of this world, not from around here, or some kind of threat. Let's talk about the possible changes to the future. We know that Toa has a history book in the feudal era. I noticed it the first time we saw the trailer that the kanji said history. Kagome has brought her books many times to the feudal era, but we can speculate if bad guys got the book, bad things can happen. Of course, they can know about things before they happen and change it. I like to imagine crazy things changing, like if she's reading her history book and suddenly history changes on the page. That would be trippy. Or things in her era start to change and they have to go back and fix it. Stuff like this has been seen in many movies and other series about time changes, even in video games such as, you guessed it, one of my most favorite video games of all time, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. My friend Leah is one of the people who helped me with translations, and from what can be read from the scripts that were posted on the official Yashahime Twitter, Toa's captors are questioning about this Riwa country she was in and call her Yashahime. Toa thinks to herself that she mustn't say anything or else history will be altered. Toa tells them that she's not Yashahime, though. I nailed it when I said that I thought she was getting captured like Kagome was from episode 1, so let's wonder. Toa might not know she is Yashahime yet, or she knows that she is Yashahime and is hiding it. It sounds like the bad guys might be looking for Yashahime or at least know of them. The palace in the promo picture could be the Lord of Kanto's palace unless it's the Demon Slayer's village, as it zooms into Toa and Setsuna from the short Viz Media video. We've seen the scripts posted on the Yashahime Twitter, and there appears to be 13 scripts that were visible in the Yashahime Twitter picture. Toa is shown on the front of episode 2, Setsuna on 3, and Moroha on 4. We got episode 2's summary, and it's going to be called The Three Princesses. Episode 3 is called The Butterfly of Dreams, which has Setsuna on the script cover. We know that the Butterfly of Dreams is what affected Setsuna's memories. Episode 4 is called The Door to the Past. That's the one that has Moroha on it. We can also think about how Toa's first interaction with Moroha and Setsuna might be. It could be by complete accident that they ran into Toa while trying to go after the demon. Or it may be the moment in the Kanto Palace that they are looking to save Toa. When we look at the trailers and episode summaries, it appears that Toa is shown first returning to the feudal era. However, we don't know if she will see Setsuna at that part or even a glimpse, or that Setsuna will meet Toa face to face when she goes to the modern era with Moroha in episode 2. We can also speculate that episode 1 may just be Toa explaining how she got herself into this mess. There are times in series where a character is explaining how they got to where they were, so it's unsure if Setsuna ends up in the modern era first or if Toa goes to the feudal era first. But based on what we have seen, we are at least shown Toa in the feudal era first, but again, it may not be in order. So let's talk about Sota. Grandpa wanted him to be a priest, his mom wanted him to be a doctor, and Sota himself said he wanted to be a soccer player. So I wonder if it's any of those. Maybe even a technician or a vet. Maybe he was a teacher or a musician like his wife, or even a video game designer. It is possible that the girls may go to another era besides the feudal and modern. There may be splits between those two. I'd like to see them go to the Heian period where Midoriko and the Inu no Teisho were. I talked about before, if Inuyasha and the others were dead or even trapped, I know that it would not be permanent and that there would always be a solution to save them or bring them back, even finding them. On to the Butterfly of Dreams. What's interesting is there is actually a movie called The Butterfly Effect, and in the movie, the main character is afflicted with headaches so painful that he frequently blacks out. While unconscious, the character is able to travel back in time to difficult moments in his childhood. He can also alter the past for friends, but changing the past can drastically alter the present, and he finds himself in nightmares alternate realities, including one where he's locked away in prison. But what's further to look into is that the butterfly effect is a real thing in chaos theory. It says, the butterfly effect is the sensitive dependence on initial conditions in which a small change in one state of deterministic nonlinear system can result in large differences in a later state. Also, if Setsuna isn't getting enough sleep, impaired sleep has been associated with Alzheimer's disease. It's also known that not getting enough sleep in general can cause forgetfulness or memory loss, so there's a lot that the Butterfly of Dreams can be related to. We also got some more screenshots for the first episode. It looks like Toa may be looking at Kagome's bike seat. This owl that has multiple eyes like the old man, I think it has something to do with him, and it may even be his true form. Because in the trailer, when Setsuna attacks the old man, he seems to vanish and his clothes drop to the floor. It's possible the owl may be his true form and he flies away where they try to go after him. Calm Makadehas asked me what I think Maroha's screen time would be. I think that Maroha's screen time will be equal to all three of the girls. I say that based on the interviews when they talked about making her the third main character. Sumisawa said to explain these three a little more, even if Toa and Setsuna were having a one-way conversation, but if you add one more direction that is Maroha to the conversation, it completes the crossroad and the focus becomes easier. If Maroha, who is an external factor, sense of values, is around, then no matter how similar or how many confrontations Toa and Setsuna exhibit, the story will keep progressing further and further. Rex Plays asked me, have you rewatched all of Inuyasha? Because I have, after knowing that there was a sequel. Yes, I have, especially with the release of the Blu-rays. I've been buying them and watching them, even watching it on the Viz Media's official website. With all that being said, relax, sit back, enjoy Yashahime. I'm going to rewatch all of the Yashahime episodes millions of times. Remember about what Rumiko Takahashi said about Toa and Setsuna's mother? Please forget the existence of their mother for now.